The COVID crisis in Tamil Nadu is only worsening. The state has crossed the 1 lakh mark in 24 hours itself. 4,329 new cases were recorded. For a week now, Tamil Nadu has recorded more than 3,000 cases daily. The capital, Chennai, accounts for more than 60% of the cases. Total cases in Chennai now stands at 64,689. In the past 24 hours itself, 2,082 new cases have been reported from Chennai. Chennai has had over 2,000 cases daily since the last 4 days. 158 areas in Chennai are containment zones. 5 districts in Tamil Nadu are under lockdown until 31st of July. Chengalpet, Thiruvallur, Kanchipuram have also witnessed an increase in cases. India Today also spoke to Tamil Nadu's Health Secretary over the COVID crisis in the state. Listen in.
Tamil Nadu actually follows a classical pattern in which, the WHO experts or the Government of India public health experts and the experts who are attached to the state government advise. Our concern has been to get the people early and get them treated, ensure that their contacts are also tested, and by that, address the fatality. Case fatality rate may be low, but the numbers wise also we are concerned that we have to ensure that people get treated effectively and don't die. Even this number should be brought down.
The coronavirus crisis is worsening even in the state of Karnataka. The state has recorded its biggest single-day spike with 1,694 cases reported in just 24 hours itself. Capital Bengaluru has recorded around 900 cases in 24 hours for the second consecutive day. On 3rd of July, Bengaluru recorded 994 new cases. On 2nd July, the city recorded 889 cases. Currently, there are over 6,000 cases in the city. Currently, there are over 550 containment zones in the city as well. Most of them in and around Chamarajapet area and Jayanagar in central Bengaluru. As per the Bengaluru civic body, the city accounts for 30% of Karnataka's COVID-19 cases. 33% of Karnataka's COVID deaths are coming in from Bengaluru. While battling the virus, the state of Karnataka is also witnessing a political war. The opposition has now leveled corruption charges against the B.S. Yediyurappa government in the purchase of COVID-related equipment. Former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has accused the government of misusing public funds and has now demanded an inquiry into the purchases. State government has now hit back at the opposition.
The government has paid 2 times, 3 times more compared to market prices. I feel strongly there is a misappropriation by the government in purchasing of the implements. I demand the government to come out with a white paper, and also I demand an inquiry on the purchase of these equipments.
Nagarjun is live, joining us from Bengaluru, joining us with the very latest. It's a scary situation right there in Bengaluru, Nagarjun, with the maximum number of percentage rise and uptick that is coming in from Bengaluru despite the containment zones. Where does the state administration and the Bengaluru civic body as well stand in containing the coronavirus right now?
Well, good morning, Chaiti. In fact, the opposition is criticizing the government of losing the plot in controlling the COVID crisis. Remember, the whole of India praised the Bangalore model of testing, tracing and tracking the patients. But now it seems like fast crumbling because there have been cases where a positive patient has not been contacted by the BBMP to ask him who are his primary contacts, and even the test reports are coming in 5 to 7 days late. A lot of backlogs are still pending. So the system is fast crumbling is what the opposition says. And over to it is the Siddaramaiah's allegations that the government has spent huge amounts of money trying to procure medical equipments which are much more than the market price. Our market price N95 mask that you and I go and buy in that medicine shop is around 200 rupees. But here the government has purchased somewhere around 450 to 500 rupees is what the allegations are. So it's around 1,500 scam Mr. Siddaramaiah is alleging. We'll have to wait and watch if this will turn into a political slugfest more than battling the crisis. At this point of time, all the parties should stand together and, in fact, tackle the coronavirus battle here.
All right, Nagarjun, thanks so much for bringing our viewers up to speed with the very latest. We'll keep going back to him for the latest updates from Bengaluru. For now, we've got some breaking news coming in.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.